Okay. My let's get on my lucky hat. Let's see, guys. Morning for the few that have come on already. We were messing around this morning, Charlie and I, and did some various things. So we're on. Based on ticker, we made like $42 on Intel, $9 on a Korean stock, and then another, or maybe this is the one we went down on. Never go with the Korean. So right now, today, I'm $3.55 down, just messing around while we were setting up things and getting the news. And so nothing that, just got our feet wet, so to speak, on stuff. So indeed, Tesla went where I said it would, which was like 430. It went up there. Now it's coming back down. But if you played that long, you did good for a swing, because we were trading it down at the 416, 17, 18 range. I said, hey, this thing could go all the way up to 425, 430, and it indeed did. It closed at 428, right above where we were talking about. So I ended up doing quite well on that with Charlie for this account, although she and I made a lot of money elsewise from something else yesterday, but her biggest day ever, over 2,000. So her paying back her funded account is well on its way. And today, I'm not sure if I'll trade anything. So what happened after the news yesterday is what was totally expected to happen. There's like this slump, and then today's all the futures are looking up. So today, everything should be going up. AMD unexpectedly went down. I have a swing on that, and that dropped. It was at 162 and dropped all the way to 151. And really no real news that should have happened, but with the whole Broadcom Oracle thing isn't really enough. But so I think that will be back up by the end of the year. So I'm going to hang on to that swing as it goes deeper into my pockets, because I have quite a number of shares on that. And I just don't think we can go wrong with the chip companies. But I may get stung by that overall, which would be my first losing swing in a while. But I'll hold it for now. And then day trading, this is where we're at. Let's see. So I reported the, let's see if I can see my arrow. You can't really see my arrow on this thing, yeah. It started to report today's, but I had all open trades, so I think that says 0 there, right? I can't tell on my little screen. But we ended up yesterday being pretty good. Yeah, it says 0, 352 yesterday. So we're at 2,600, 2242. Overall, I did not do a recap yesterday, so that doubled what our goal is, which is 150. So that's pretty good, and makes us all green for the month, which is great. Touch and go there a couple times if you've been following, but came back and pulled out of it. And that's pretty good. So that's where we're at right now. And then today, we're only 12 minutes away. The news is basically bullish on NVIDIA, bearish on AMD, even though it's already dropped. Palantir is bullish. Oracle is neutral and volatile. Hood is neutral, slightly bullish. Apple is bullish. Google bullish, iBit bullish, SBET is neutral. BABA, I've been adding BABA in. BABA is bullish. Let's take a look at that. Oops, I wanted to take a look at that today. Sometimes you can make a lot of money on this stock. So I just wanted to say we were way down here before. 130 just 10 days ago. Still saying that it's bullish. So something we might want to come back and look if we can't find anything. TSM is bearish. CRWV is bullish. Lulu is neutral. These are ones that came up on the scanner. MSTR bullish, TMUS neutral, and INTC bullish. That's because of that buy, that equity. That's Intel. Yeah, so that's why I went into Intel this morning, and I grabbed a quick $42 on this with just 50 shares with Charlie. So we got a start, but then we got wrapped up in a stupid Korean. We felt really lucky, and then we, you know how that happens, right? So I'm going to be sharing with you a whole news service that I use and how you can get it. That really, if you jump on when the news comes out, there's a highly likelihood that you'll do well. Very short term, very, very short term. That's all. Can't overhold and get greedy. You might do great, but then that's where you open yourself up for the risk, you know. So I'll be talking about that more as time goes on, about how you can get that. So SPY saying bullish, QQQ bullish. Large mega caps likely worth watching. And other than AMD, it's like everything saying going up, and the AMD going down is just foolish. So people jump on stuff. That's why you trade with the crowd. I would not go shorter than it is. I've been hearing that people are now buying the dip, so we'll see if it keeps dipping or not. That's a pretty big dip for that stock, 150 right now in the current environment. That's like a serious buy in my opinion, but we'll see if it bottoms out before we try to scalp it. And then we can scalp it long bias. But that might not be today, so we'll see as we go into it today. So we got about 9 minutes to the market open. So that was our news. Let's take a look at some of these now. So I think NVIDIA is marked out already. This might be the one to go as far as just seeing that volume. So the last time I traded it was like 4 days ago. So these things, that's definitely not one we want to keep. Yeah, none of these things we want to keep. That's an intraday mark there. Intraday. Oops. It probably would have been faster just to get rid of everything at this point, but that one's probably worth keeping. I was smoothing that across. Look how that respected that from there, huh? Interesting. So, well, I've got this open. We'll check for some historical data levels here. And this one looks like it's doable right here. Smoothed across here, hit here. You know, so let's catch the next day there. So that's sort of smoothed across there. It looks like it kind of is respecting it, but I don't know. And then down here, if it gets all the way down here again, which I hope not, as goes NVIDIA seems to go the market, so it worries me when I see it go down. We like a strong biased market here, long biased. Now these are just guidelines I'm marking. Don't bet the house on them. Close enough. So actually thinking about Apple at the open, so I want to get over to Apple and just see. So here's our area right here. looks like we might want to get some historical data in this level, in this area, right? Oh, why aren't you doing it? Okay. Maybe in this area here where it's smoothing, hit the pre-market like right there, kind of tapped it again here. So that might be respected. Here's a low here, but I don't see enough. I don't see enough respecting that. Okay, so let's go over to Apple. What a mess. Did I actually just mark this? Yeah, it looks like this has been recently marked out. So, yeah. So, okay. So we have this marked out to possibly trade in 4 minutes here. It is long biased on this stock today. Looks like our highs up here at 241 level from recent days. 241.37. Excuse me. So probably I'm going to zoom in on this, then we'll come back and look for consolidation. This is a fairly safe stock to try an opening move on. I don't recommend it, as you know. Remember, guys, I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate any of my trade. Do your own due diligence on your trades that you do. This is basically my plan that I follow. But you need to come up with your own plan. But basically, this is pretty risky when I add. And also, you never want to trade the opening candle like I'm about to do, unless you really, have a tolerance for loss. But I do enter 25% of my positions always, even if I don't add. That's what I do. I feel like that gives me a huge advantage in having a max, not getting to my max loss right away, and also profiting. So it's already going up, which is what was scaring me, that it might do it ahead of time. So it takes away the move, of going up, because it's not, Apple isn't going to make big moves, that. So it's just going to make little moves. So these will go off the chart in a second here. Oh, let me we were doing pre-market, so let me get that back to set. So those of you that didn't see, that just popped on, here's where we're at. We're still doing pretty good. We popped back yesterday on Tesla, made some good money on that. That's where we're at right now. And good luck, guys. We got about 2.5 minutes. But you may, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily trade here. Not sure what you found. Let me know what you guys are. I get the same people that email me or give me the messages of what they're trading, how they're doing. It would be really interesting to see in the comments, what you've been doing. Are you just listening to me? Are you trading with me? And if you are, or are you trading different stocks, while I'm trading? I mean, really love to have the feedback. And of course, it helps the channel if you comment. Assuming you're saying nice things.
Bloomberg that SMFG is considering raising its Jefferies stake to about 20%.
Huh.
Ticker JEF, shares popping.
I'm not going to go chase JEF right now.
Shares now up about 6.2%.
Oh my God, really? Okay. It makes me want to go there, but I'm not going to do it. Right before open, that's a big deal to give a catalyst like that. But we'll come over and look at it later, because we're not momentum traders on Thinkorswim. That's the problem. Like, you got to let that catalyst go. At some point here, I'll probably be showing you light speed trades. They're a whole different deal when you show their platform. They have certain rules and stuff, because they don't want people to get the current data that they're not paying for and stuff. So it's a little harder than Thinkorswim. Most likely they would never do anything, and everybody does it anyway, but I worry about they seem to go after me, so for various reasons. So seems censorship is alive and healthy, unfortunately, in America these days. Something I am adamantly against, that people should be able to speak their mind, whether you agree with it or not. All right, so here we go. I'll do 100 shares, and we're gonna look to see if we get a dip. I'd like to get a dip and then maybe buy in off the fib or a little below. I don't want to chase it up. We have 10 seconds, guys. Good luck today. See, we got the same usual crowd. We're gonna make money. Happy Thursday. I'm looking 39.50 down here myself before I would jump in. Think about jumping in. Yeah, there it goes. It's just going to go straight up, not affording us a way to go. Wow, huh? Knew it was long bias today. This is one of those days I should have set a pickup. Of course, you know how it screws you up. It picks me up, and then I try to get out, and it changes my position like it did that day. It was just like the most ridiculous thing.
AT&T, ticker Tango, seeing report that the company is looking to sell at least $4 billion in high-grade bonds.
Spread is not that bad here if we just want to get in market after the next candle, if we get a dip. So it hit the ATR. Did you see that? That's why those things are so important. It ATR and a fib and rejected. So know your layout, guys. Make sure you get your right support and resistance and indicators on your layout, because it's like printing money on these things.
NASDAQ futures opening up 0.86%.
Yeah, the futures are higher, which was expected off that news. And they're saying 2 more rate cuts, so that's like huge. So we expect to see a real bull market for a while.
Ticker INTC, pulling back slightly, but up 25% at the open following that NVIDIA investment.
Are they saying that it went up from when I was in it? Let me just see. I went away from Apple because it wasn't doing anything. Oh, wait, that's not the right stock. Hang on. I'm looking for this one. No, good. I profited up here. I got out. All right. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to fade, so I just got out at the pre-market on it. All right, I'm coming back. It's still not anywhere near what I needed it to be to get in it. I feel like I want to dip down to the 39.50 at least. And the longer this goes on, the less likely I am to even go in it. So I just want to see what it looks like if it hits that. What is its liquidity and flow? Wow. It's a big 5-minute candle. Almost looks like, but I know I saw it hit that fib. It almost looks like a shadow wick, but it did do that. It's getting close to where I might.
Coming up at 10, US leading index at 10:30 natural gas storage.
There it goes. So it's very close to me wanting to get in down here. Bounced. Is it going to bounce and come right up off that fib, the 39.50? Retest it maybe. That would have been the trade already. Now, you're not going to get big moves with Apple. 10 to 15 cents on the 10 to 15 seconds. That's about it. So you want to go with 100 shares, only $10 to $15, and just try to get a bunch of those rather than overstay your welcome in case it continues in a direction against you. So, all right. So this is not keeping up with the action over here, which is slightly concerning. Watch your market maker and your level 2. Be careful with sometimes Thinkorswim just doesn't keep up. So there's the market magnet marking the low. It hit 39 even for a split second, turned around. Kind of surprised. I don't expect this to keep going down, but it is nearer its highs, so, You don't want to get stuck in a trade for a long time. It's just below your position. Let's see what's going on. AMD is going back up a little bit. Nvidia is going up. Palantir is up a lot. Oracle is down. Apple up a little bit, or almost even. Hood is up. Amazon is up. Okay, so is it going to find a bottom here? Nope. It hit. Oh, there it is. It didn't hit there. There's its low, 39.06. I thought it hit 39 over here, but that could be it now. So that's good if that's the case. Then we can might get some consolidating action to trade here. Might have to raise our share size to make any money with this slow price action here. So with Apple on the PDT, you can go up to 400 shares. This is 25% of that position. So it just made a new low. Not by much, though. Going to break the 39? Nope. Bounce right back up. It's twice now. It's tapped right at that. Well, it hit 895 there. I don't think I'd go short. It's long buys today on the news for Apple. A boring stock, really, to trade, but we want boring. That's what we want. We want boring. And then we stair-step our way to a few $100. Well, there it goes. It went up 60 cents for where we, so it definitely, and there was 2 reversal signs there, so. Still below the market magnet here, but it's so close to the open that you can't really go by that. Might consider shorting up here. Otherwise, this is a wait and see, and then we'll check other stocks for consolidating action here. And Robinhood looks interesting, but man, I get stung every time I trade that stock. Tesla is not hitting my scanner again because it's too expensive. Let's take a look at it, why Apple does its thing here. So okay, so it came down, went back up, so we have sign of consolidating on the 5-minute. Let's see what we're getting on the 1-minute. No, right now it's just fading. So we need it to hit a bottom and turn around. It's really early in the day for this to be calling much. Look how many dollars it's moves, though. I mean, that's a lot. From 32 high all the way down to 26, $6. So you have to be really careful with your share size here on your small account here. So again, I believe this will be up today, maybe even as high as 240 by Friday, or 240 or 250. That's my feeling, but do your own due diligence. So you could take a swing, but be prepared for it to swing like $20 against you. Keep your share size really low. This is very interesting. I'd love to see signs of this turning around and get into this play. I'm going to lower my share size and just see if we get any kind of a... I'm looking at the retracement that we can get in and out on if I go long. Right now, it's just fading too far down to get any kind of action to get out. So it's hit a new low. This is where you want to try to, you got to get a little gutsy and try to find the bottom. So there's a fib at 25. Wow. Huh? Definitely tempting down there. It went back up 19 cents off that and then dropped. You'd have to be fast to profit there. Is it going to turn around at that level at the 425? That's a definitely psychological level there. So let's see if we can get some action to start going back up with this. I don't think it's going to I don't think it's going back down to the 418 and 419 of yesterday, but stranger things have happened. It broke it with a passion there. So I'm glad I didn't go into that. Man, 50 cents in a split second. Would have been 25 bucks red, and I would have been tempted to add to it. So yeah, you just gotta, it's a different animal trading this than like Apple is so slow. We're gonna hit the 424. Wow, I'd love to see a bottom because it's gonna spring up the rest of the day probably. Let's see if we get a, don't know why it's falling so far off of its high, but for Tesla it's just not that far, right? Let's take a look at this. So what's our ATR? So ATR is $15 on this stock. So let me go over that. Let me just see what it says there. Yeah, 15 bucks. So 15 bucks either direction you should expect, you know. And it was way down here before to 410 yesterday in the last few days. So you can see the ATR half and whole levels right there. It might be, it might want to test them, you know, before it goes back up. There's the whole level all the way down there at 411. If it went that far, I wouldn't expect it to trend down. So I think if you set your max loss at a 411 level, you'd be pretty safe. Look at this go down. Man, I'm tempted to jump on it just to ride it down because it's so, it doesn't make any sense that this is happening. Tesla often doesn't make sense. So everybody's profiting right now for whatever reason. I'm seriously thinking about jumping into it on a short if it just keeps going straight down. But, you know, then you're just chasing a falling knife is dangerous. So it seemed to hit down here at the 22, seemed to be its reversal. Let's see if it holds. Yep, I was gonna, if it started to break that, I was gonna get, if it broke the 22, I was gonna jump in to short for a minute just to see if I could ride a quick short down there. But now it's definitely turning around. Definitely. As they would say in Rain Man, it's definitely. All right, so let's close this candle and make another green, and then maybe we can profit on some retracement going long. Definitely. I definitely want more reassurance before I start going bullish here. I'm not sure that was really the bottom. It sure is acting like it is, huh? Is it going to break the 425? So it hit that 22 and went up $3, $2.50 already. Nice tweezer move down there. What's Apple doing? That was the one I thought we'd be stuck at for a while, but yeah, that's just sitting there at 239 even. So very, very slow way to make money on Apple. Safer. Look at that. So if we were to retrace short, how far is it going down? Like, watch that. So it's at the 40 cent. Didn't go down. If you bought it at the 40 cent, would you have ever had a chance here? Yes, there's a 20-cent chance right there if you picked it up quick. But mostly, no. It's just going straight up. All right, so I'm going to look for a dip to ride it high. I'm going to look for the 25. I'm looking for the 425 lower level. I'm tried it right there. Tried it at 09. Didn't get me. Canceling. Picked me up. Okay. Too bad. Maybe. It was showing signs of, I had a win there for a second, but it was so fast I couldn't even get it. So, yeah, that's what I was afraid of, that it wasn't really doing it yet. So, let's see. Okay, that was a $15 trade. But I have to tell you, it was a little worrisome the way it went down there. Can try it again. Look for the dip below 25. See if we can get it a little bit lower this time. Or not. Stalling there at that fib, so I kind of want to wait a second. Yeah, there it goes. So it went up. So it would have been good to grab it there, but I knew it all the while and didn't do it. I want a job as the Monday morning quarterback. Now it's hovering at the 26 and holding. I'm going to try to get in down there at 61. Okay. Thinking that we're surging up. That's what I'm going for. Try to grab that at 12. That was at 26.12. So it popped up there for a second and faded. I'm holding it there because the way it's moving, it could get me in a split second. There it goes. So that's now we're up to 41 bucks on this trade, on this day so far. Well, what are we actually at on the day? $37 because of that shenanigans early. So I'm going to stay here because it seems like we're getting sort of a zone. I'm getting in the zone here a little bit. So keeping the share size nice and tight, nice and low. I'm going to look for a retracement back closer to the 425. I'm going to grab it there if I can get it. That's at 38. Try to get out right away. Then we got a quick right up to 64 bucks. Again, we'll look for a dip. That was a good dip. I didn't get it fast enough. So good that I'm a little slightly worried it's going to keep dipping. So I'm going to try to grab that at the 84. So I got it at 84, hoping this is a springboard up. And I saw the MACD come in. So we're hoping that it's not going to fade again. There we go. So we got up to 83 bucks. See this price action coming in? Where's our magnet? So this is going to pull it down, not up. So let's take a look at this. See if we can. It's really consolidating at this fib. It could still break down here, guys. So be careful. That's $3 down. So you probably wouldn't want to add. You just want to get out if it starts to go against you. But I would still play it long biased at this point if it was me. Yep, would have been good to get it there, huh? We've got a whole dollar on it. Looking for a dip down below the 425 or very near 425 again. That's what I'm going for, is a 425 dip area, but it may just not get back down there again. It's looking stronger up there. Magnet should pull it down, so we got that going for us. MACD set up, which is like 80% right. Yep. It's breaking this 426 and liking how it feels about it, looks like. I got in, try to get in down there at 26. It looks like it's swelling right back up, so that's why I grabbed it.
FCC Commissioner Carr on
That's not a good sign, but we'll give it a minute longer.
shows that this is a very significant moment where local breakers push back on national programmers. That on CNBC, that's DIS Disney.
Don't stay down there that long. That's not giving me confidence. There we go.
Disney shares right now are trading down about 0.8%.
Here we go. Broke 100. So let's see if it's going to pound down a little lower before we just jump right back in this thing, because that was a little scary that it went down so low on that. Well, there it goes. So it is just stair-stepping back up to where it was, and I do think it will be up higher at the end of the day. So I think long biased at this point is pretty safe. It's proving that it's safe. So it stopped, made a higher high on its recovery here. We need it to break this high, of course, way up here. That's where it would really tell us that we have a trend going up. That's all the way up at 430 almost, so way the heck up there. So, all right, so I purposely didn't pay attention here. I need more confirmation. So I'm just waiting a minute here to see if we can get another pullback. Pullback in the 425 mid area there, $1 off this position lower. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to start taking it at the 426 instead. Momentum says up. You saw that arrow? $1.04 up, only 47 down. Definitely long biased. Look at, I mean, this could be a $2 dip in a split second. So just careful here, guys, riding it high. going long. Just be careful. Just the action's not because it stopped coming back and forth and just went up. That's when I get scared. Like I want it back and forth. We want consolidating. You might catch this, 6. What is it? That's so the lowest it went there was 76 cents. 426.76. There was 85 on that one. It's definitely just stair stepping up. All right, so I'm going to look to try to get in here and chase it. God. Give me a dip, guys. Come on. I'm really just chasing it if I get in right here. Tried to get in down there at 82, 427.82. Too long. There it goes. That took too long to get me. All right. Let's try to ride it past that fib up there. I'll try to ride it for a whole dollar. Let's see if it keeps going. I'm going to ride a little higher because of its strength, although I don't like that buy-sell oscillator turning it around right there based on crossovers. So let's see. Broke the 28. Let's get up there. Get up to that fib. Stalling right here, so we might be in for some hurt if we want to stay in this position. It's not going up the way it was, so. There it goes. Here comes the price action. Watch the magnet pull up. Here goes a spike, guys. We're going to get a spike up here. Boom, magnet pulled up. Give it a second. Count 10 seconds, and it's up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, not down. What happened? Wouldn't that have been cool if it worked just like I said? Did I have a 50-50 chance? I don't know. This is not a good sign here, so that's unfortunate I didn't take the profit. But, no, I'm waiting it out. Waiting it out. That magnet should push this up, guys. It just wasn't quite as fast as I thought, but it should push it up. So let's wait and see. That's based on a price action that just happened. So that's people follow. They're lemmings. Starting to think I don't want to get greedy and just take, double-digit profits here. But that was its pullback, so I think it's going to punch. It's 1 minute pullback. I keep saying that. It's not listening to me. Give me a break, guys. Come on. Obviously, the 5 minute just shows it straight up. So this 1 minute, we can get lost. And here's the crossover. So as long as it's green there, as long as it doesn't drop below this level here, then the 5 minute people see nothing but green. So they go in based off that. Well, that hurt. It is going to break it, unfortunately, it looks like. So 27.15. Would I add to this? Would I add to this on the way back up? I'm thinking about it, honestly. 40. So that's 47. It's not enough off my position to add as it goes up. Yeah, it wouldn't give me much help. So we'll hang on where we are. We'll keep where we're at. There it goes. That time I did take it just because, and now, of course, it is going to hit the fib. But I got tired of the reindeer game, so we got up to 130. And here it comes again. So it is going to break that fib for 48. So, boy. So look for a dip. Held us hostage there for a while, so I'm a little gun shy here. Definitely more signs of up than down. Can we get any kind of a decent dip here to get in? What was that, at the 80-cent level, I think? Yeah, it just keeps pounding up here. So holding it longer would have been the longer play. Oh, no. Cancel. Good. Okay. At the 80-cent, I tried to get it down there, but not at the 90 I didn't want it at. So it's really starting to slow down here. So for Tesla anyway, not for your average stock. It's still moving quite a bit. Spread's not too bad. 10 cents roughly. Really losing its way up here. See, the power is really weakening. So that's why I'm not getting into the dip yet. I'm just waiting. There goes the magnet up again, pushing it up. Keeps lifting it up on its floor here. Five-minute, 15-minute green, overall market green. Everything's a go, go, go. It's just our resolve of sticking it out, right? To get into a position and sticking it out. So it's staying mostly above the 428 now, I've noticed. Very rarely going below it on a dip. It hasn't done that now in about a minute. Well, here it was, so just about a minute ago. So I'm looking to get a dip here to ride it above the 428 now and not necessarily need that low of a dip. Let's see. 30 cents down, 30 cents up. If you get it in the right spot, you get $15 real quick. It broke it. It broke the fib there for a second. Now the 50 cent might be the low. Is it going to drop here? Yes. Can he pick me up? Wow, I got it at 79. That is outstanding, I think, but we'll see unless it keeps dropping. But yeah, I think that's going to be a really good trade. I think it's about to pop back up over that fib. So that's a 28.75. So that's way the heck up there. I'm going to hold for a little longer move here. Let's see. Or at least break our goal if we can, which is 150. Tried to get it up there. It didn't pick me up at 84. Thinking about getting out of market. Man, that was so close to getting me there. There it is at 64. I'm going to hold it for a second the way it's moving. Man, come on. Oh boy, that's too bad. That was a good trade there. I was over our goal and then it just didn't pick it up. I got to cancel it now. So I may sell market if it does that again because now it's hurting me. That's too bad, huh? Thinking about adding as it goes up, but I'm at 79. Oh, Tesla. They mess you up with the ask and the bid just by toying with you. We were in the money there, nice and green for the day, made our goal, and then suddenly we're not. Nature of the game. Let's wait for the spring. This is all just on 50 shares, nice and tight. Spending too much time down here. Here comes some price action below the magnet, not that I want to see. Five minutes turned red over there that they can see. Other traders, I say they, the people that are trading the 5 minute. Looking at the 15 minute there. We got to keep it the longer perspective in our head here to see what might drive it into a bigger move. So we got to be careful if it's against us, that big move. So here we go again. It looks like it wants to make a push. This time I'm going to go out at market if it gives me the opportunity up there to get enough. We're not even to half hour after market opens yet, so overall we're doing pretty good if we can keep it.
U.S. leading index minus 0.5%, lagging index plus 0.1%.
It's fading here. I don't like the look of it. Oh my God, come on. What are you doing here, guys? You were doing so wonderful. Yeah, that's not good. If it breaks that 27, that's not a level I want to see it break. I get out at that, guys, just to keep it the losses low. Now it's coming back up. There's the 27. It popped off of it. Man, it's really messing down too low for us to keep this position much longer. It's got to swale up into the green, you know, to give me confidence. There it comes. I kind of just want to get out. I've lost my faith in this moving up consistently right now. I had a chance to get out for a very low loss there a second ago. I think I'll take it the next time. $19. Pounding down, not up. We needed to turn around. That's not good. Oh man, that hurt. I saw that coming. Oh, damn. All right. So we just lost $70 there, I think. Whatever it was. Take a breath. I had a couple of times to get out of that green and a couple of times to get out of that even. And I'm still not convinced that, you know, even if it shows something here, I'm still not convinced it's going to go up. So we have to wait for this to reconfirm before we were so close to our goal, and then that happened. Oh well. The nature of the beast. Let me take a look at everything else here. Nvidia's even. AMD's recovering because people see how ridiculously low it is. Palantir's still going up $5 today. Hood is up a couple of bucks. Amazon's down a little. Apple is down. Wow. Oracle is down, or about flat, down from the open. Yeah, it's down definitely. Those are some of the main ones. Of course, there would have been my money. Yep, that was my money. They're back, but that you just don't know. You have to protect yourself. So here's where it made a low, which is good. So we kind of know. Did a tweezer move down there at just below the 27? But that's the spike that killed me, that I got out. Now there's a part of me that wanted to add there, but I had already kind of set it for you guys, so I didn't add. So it made a higher high off that dip. I'd like to see the 5-minute turn green over here, like it's starting to do. So rickshaw man on the 5 minutes shows a reversal, which it's still reversing. So I'm sticking with Tesla right now because I'm kind of zoned in on it for the price action to get us the most money the quickest, I think. But it's also the riskiest, so be careful. Now, the way it's acting, I will play short for a retracement. We got it up to 429, so on the 429, I would short for a brief retracement, anticipating it continuing to go up. If you're just riding a swing trade, hopefully you got in it and you're just holding through this and you're going to make money later in the day. If you're scalping, then we're stuck with this nonsense, which can be fun. And I think more guaranteed, but that's a matter of opinion. Hit that fib spike up there to 48.75, 28.75, 428.75. Hesitant to go long again right now after what just happened. This is very close to where I was long before. I think it was 27.80, and it burned me down there. I know I can't remember exactly where it was, but it burned me. Maybe it was 26.80. We're waiting it, guys. We're waiting to see if we can get some levels that I can count on. More inclined to go short up here than long right here. Which is sort of an oxymoron, because if I think it's going to go up there, then I could go long here, right?
IRBT, iRobot shares up about 8.5% today, $4.40 at the high now, out India Romeo Bravo Tango.
I'm waiting it out. I'm waiting it out, guys. I just don't like I don't see the flow here that I like on the level 2, so I'm waiting it out. Does seem to be stopping along here. So I learned my lesson a second ago, so I'm just kind of calming down a little bit here. Does seem to be respecting that, just above the 50 cent there. A little. I mean, just a little. Just a guideline. 14-cent spread, 13 to 14 cents. It just keeps stopping it right there at the 28.50, huh? Just stopping it here. We'll mark it brighter color for us. Went all the way up to 429 recently. I mean, it was started way higher than that, obviously, but oh, don't do that. Yeah, like I said, I would be inclined to short up here. I'm looking at the action as it goes up. I'm going to take that. If it picks me up, it did. So I'm going to go ahead and short off the 83 and look for I could have gotten a small profit there already. Now it's going to really make a move here. I am long biased, but I'm trying to do a retracement. You know how I do that.
GPUS, hyperscale, shares popping here. Penny stock, Papa Uniform Sandy.
It wants to hurt me for going against its direction. Thinking about adding as it keeps going up, but only if it started to turn around. So I kind of missed the opportunity there for a good trade. I would have had a good trade if I added to my half of my position. Let's break off that fib, please. I'll take that if I can get it. Small amount of money I went for because I'm unsure of this move, and it's not picking me up. One more shot at the swale. There it goes. Get it now. That was definitely should have picked me up there. There it goes. Okay. Now I'm just trying to work back to what I had, which was 130. That was a little tiny trade. So it seems to be respecting this fib. So maybe we can go long biased again in a minute. Let's just see. We're on the way back up to where it started. Yeah, we want to get it back down here to 28.50 really to go long biased. Still more inclined to go short biased on this thing because since it's so near its high, I'm more inclined to go short biased. The high was up there, 31.50. I want a real dip down here. I guess I missed that dip, 50 cent. I was looking for that and I looked away. Okay. What was the range of that candle? That was 89 cents down. It's losing its way here a little bit. Looking to get a retracement up here again. Risky because it's punching high. It's risky. All trading is risky. There's the top of the market magnet to turn it around at the 50 cent. Looking to get it up there, but it didn't give me a chance to high enough. Already could have made a 30 cent trade there. Okay, I'm going to go for that dip. Okay. I wanted for a dip on the fib, which is exactly where I got it, and it broke it. I did go long biased. Did go long off this fib. It's below it now, barely, but it's using the fib. Seems to be using the fib as a resistance. There it goes a little bit. Is this its pullback? Wasn't going to, but since I got in it signaled a pullback. The professor is in the trade. Pull back. 50 shares. We're not going to panic here, guys. 50 shares. So I will hold. I'm going to hold into this position, and I would probably add off of a level down here and go for it. But we'll see if it gives me a chance to do that on the right price action, not just randomly. Breaks to 50 cents. No, I'm not going to do it. Too close to the position. Just not going to do it. All right, 25. Not enough of a price adjustment for me to take the chance. I'm just quantifying the amount of profit I would have if I took the chance for a greater loss, Not good looking action for me to be going long. Let's recover from this. This is great on the Scout Meter Pro. Let's get a better look at this overall volume. Yeah, so the sellers did drop down, so that's good. That's what I want to see. So we're on the way back up. Here we go. Let's get a decent trade. Just tried to get a small amount there. Got us back up to closer to 191 in case it just fades here. The MACD just sent it up though. So there's the 55, 46. I'm going to try it again. Get it at 35 if it picks me up. Did not. Getting out. Looks like it's going to swale lower, so I pulled out. Stalling at that 50. Really want to go short next time it gets up there for a better trade. Bigger price movement here. It's really stalling on its upward climb. 5 minutes nice and red. It's going to stay red because it's way up here that it opened. So we're about to cross the 15-minute mark. Everything is green except the 5 minute. It's a great little indicator to get where you see all the other candlestick colors so you can see what they're all thinking. That's the multi-chart alignment, and then I put the lines over here and put the label over there so it wouldn't overburden me with labels. Okay, so now it's tempting to get in down here near the 28. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get it at 09. I got it at 09. So I'm just looking for a future move. I think it might still dip. I just didn't want to miss it. See if we can at least break over 100 on this trade. There's 15 cents. That was going up so fast I held for a bigger move. I really like this position to hold. I think we're okay here. You know, to even add if it gets down. I like the fact that we have a level here too.
It's expected to take place tomorrow at 9 a.m. Washington time.
On a pace for the longest winning streak, it says here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for that, guys. I took a chance. So now I'm at 2760 and 100 shares of pain if it goes the wrong way. So
GPUS continuing higher now. Shares now up about 25%. Golf up here from Sandy.
definitely showing signs of recovery here. So let's see. That was good for a second, but it looked like it was really going to go. So I went for the bigger move, but it didn't pick me up. Come on. You're just beginning to recover there. You see me up there. There you go. So back to 119. Lower the share size. And made a nice tweezer down there. So let's go ahead and mark it just in case. Tweezer moves are like 75-80% accurate usually to go the length of the inside move back up. So remember to get the candlestick pattern playbook. They have a new color version. I got to do a video on it because it's really cool. It's more expensive, but it's worth it, I think. I know they're trying to get reviews on it so you can get a free script if you buy it and review it. $29 even. Let's get a little higher to short it. $29.50 I want. $29.50 for $29.50. It's fading off of that. Oh boy. I'm not going to go long and try to punch it up there. Nope. Nope. We want to go short off of this level up here when it gets up there. I already made $1 if I got in it up there. Really liking to fall off that 29. There's another 50 cents off of that. Damn. Keep missing it. Won't break it until I go in short. They're all watching me. The puppet master's watching me. The funny thing is that the large share size traders are watching me, and they're doing it with like 1,000 shares. So it will affect the price somewhat if you have 50 people jumping in at 1,000 shares. So we call those front runners. So. Woo! Look at that. Did you see that? That was a beautiful bit of action there. I didn't pick it up, but it went to 21 for a second there. Damn, I missed that. Could put it on the ladder, I suppose. Just I like the control of not doing that in a split second, so. Not really dropping below 429 now, so you got to think about it if you go short like Is it going back down to the 60 cents down here and the 50 cents down here, 28.50, you know? And you want to see that keep coming back if you're going to, yeah. So that if I grabbed it up there, I'd have a beautiful profit. It's got to do the retracement and not just keep going straight up, you know. If you're even thinking about shorting it, you got to get 30, 50 cent retracements. So we call it recoil. That's what I've been calling it. You want the recoil. It needs a recoil when you go against the prevailing wind, so to speak. Whoa, look at that go down here, huh? Nice. Can you do another big pop down? One more pop down, and I'm going to go in. Give me a big move down there. I got to mark this. So these are your 5-minute levels, like right there, 28. So right there at the 50 mark there. Damn, that would have been good, huh? You see how far that recovered? Here it goes again. I feel like it's just going to do another pop down, so I'm waiting. Feel. I hate the word feel. Judging from my vast experience of watching patterns, all right, I went for that. Got it at 38. Looking for a recoil up. And totally prepared to add to my position if it goes down. 428.38, looking for a recoil straight back up. Starting to coil, it's tightening. This little rattler shaking. There's a couple of $10 and $12 trades there, but, you know, looking for something just a tad bigger. There we go. Pick me up there. 90 cents. So close. So close. Didn't get me. Wait for the next swale. Here it comes. 86, 89. See how close I was there? Just 82. I'm looking at the ask here. Here's my position. 83. Seriously, just toying with me here. Just like, no, we see you. We see where you are. We don't want to give you your position. Instead, it goes against me. So, MACD, don't do that. Momentum says up. MACD says down. That's a shame. I'm going to cancel that order. Thinking about adding to it. Honestly, guys, if it dips much more for its recovery up, 38. It's a. That was barely off. I got to be careful because I was barely off my position. I was just thinking adding to it because I think it's going to get back up here. But I'd rather get a better price point, obviously. This time I'm going to sell market when it plays these reindeer games. Yep. So it cut me bad with the market. It hurt me there, but I did get a winning trade. So 135. Market hurt me by $10, I'd say. But the way it's going, it might not have picked me up. So rather just get that green in the bank and reassess here. So it's doing some real back and forth here within 50 cents to $1 right in this area. So we got to catch it right and make sure it doesn't go against us. There we go. It's going up. So get up here, and I want to do a short up there. Now it's made a real flat top, so I'd like to get it above this level because of this flat top right here at the 29. So I'd rather be like 29.30, 29.40. You maybe not all the way up to 29.50, but up here a little bit more than the 29, not right at the 29, because it seems like it wants to do a breakout. So it broke the 29, but just for a penny. Fell back 12 cents at the most. Now it's really breaking it. 17 cents. Can I do one more big spike up? Nope. Dropped 40 cents in a split second. 50 cents. That would have been a great trade to grab that short, huh? Boom. I keep calling the ones we don't get. But short in that level seems to be where the sweet spot is right now. So we'll look for it again up here. It's coming back up to test us. It was at 10, 12. Okay, take that. 21. Okay. So now I'm looking for a recoil and not a continuation. As it continues. Recoil, please. Back on down, guys. Not $5. We need more than $5. Oh my God, it's taking too long to go down. That is not a good sign. Get back to where you were recoiling. There you go. There we go. 49.94. I was just trying to get Charlie to the 150. Well, she already is, so she made a better fill than me. Okay, good. Great news. Okay, so one more trade. Well, what do we got for the day? Because we were down $1. So I'm $4 off the day if we were going to 150. Because I stupidly traded that Korean stock. So all that on 50 shares, and we are less than an hour of trading. And really less than that when we really started trading, right? Because did I take a trade at the open? I don't think so. Did I take a trade on Apple? No. Okay. All right. Back to the problem at hand. Can we break this? I have 11 o'clock with the other guys, but I would like to do a little bit of working out before the large trader share size. So maybe getting to this point would be good, and I can do a workout and then come back and make my goal, I hope. Been doing very, very well on the week, and then ranging, 50 to 75K. So it's been pretty good. And it's basically doing this, but just reverse button, larger share size. And it does help to have a lot of people going in at the same price point. There's just no getting around it. Okay, let's see here. Nice. Wow, there it goes down, dip. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna blow my profits here. So I had enough to be green for the day, like our goal there, but I was waiting for a bigger move up for this. At 22. Do not like to see that. I'm at 30 cents on mine. I thought I was at 22 cents. I'm at 30 cents. On my position is, now it's green. That should have got me to my daily goal, and it did not pick me up. Oh, frustrating. Dropped 20 cents on that in a split second. Here it comes on the second swale. It's about 15-cent swale, so one more pump should get that picked up. It was close. I'm right there. There it goes. All right, so that is broke the 150. That's what I was going for. Okay, guys, I hope you are doing well. I would be trading the market long biased absolutely today. Pick your runner and scalp it long biased, and just be careful. Keep it tight. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck out there. Go green.